Hundreds of thousands of people who are not allowed to stay. They've tried or been caught illegally staying here, but they are not deported. Some of them don't have anywhere to go. Some of them don't have a country of origin. They don't have any papers. They don't tell where they came from.
Hi guys, you're welcome to the Dixon's View. On today we'll be reacting on a video of the European Union implementing or passing a law of returning illegal immigrants in their countries back to their home of origin. The rate at which illegal immigration is going around the world is becoming alarming, and some countries have started taking decisive measures to make sure that these illegal immigrants do not come into their country and cause chaos and instability in their country. So let's watch the process at which these people, the European members of the European Union, are taking the laws to make sure that they deter these people from coming into their country.
The European Parliament has approved new rules to speed up the deportation of rejected asylum seekers. Lawmakers backed the plans by a large majority after Conservative MEPs struck an alliance with the far-right parties.
There are hundreds of thousands of people who are not allowed to stay. They've tried or been caught illegally staying here, but they are not deported. Some of them don't have anywhere to go. Some of them don't have a country of origin. They don't have any papers. They don't tell where they came from, or their countries are deemed too unsafe to actually send them back, but their cases are not strong enough to be allowed to stay in the European Union. They're talking about putting these return hubs in third countries, non-EU countries. Most of them with which this has been discussed are African, and they would have to wait there. Much of the problem is that despite people not being allowed to stay, they're not actually forced to leave. They could perhaps make appeals there, or it would be determined where they could be sent back. This is something that human rights advocates have a big problem with, but member state governments are increasingly conservative on. Lots of countries that used to be the most welcoming for migrants, think of Sweden or Denmark, the Netherlands, are now some of the most conservative. They're rejecting asylum claims at ever higher numbers. The European People's Party, the largest political group in the European Parliament, has said in the past, and Ursula von der Leyen's among them, that they would not cater to the far right. And yet today, that's exactly what happened. And now they'll be discussing the European governments, the European Commission, and the European Parliament on how to come up with a single version of what would be a new law.
This is actually a welcome development for the people in the European Union, because without taking these decisive measures, it will be at their detriment, because most of these guys are undocumented, no papers, no better history of their origin and how they managed to find themselves in their territory. So it is better the parliament take this action and pass this law that will, make these people unwelcome in the European Union. Because failure to do this and make it a law, it will automatically degenerate into something that the governments cannot longer control, just as we are seeing around the world. So it is actually a welcome development that it is not the citizens that are taking laws into their hand, but the authorities and the parliament are the ones making laws that they will use to compel these people and send them back to wherever they will be coming from. Because most of them who come in pretense of seeking for asylum are actually troublemakers in their countries. Most of them are Islamic terrorists, and the rest could be criminal elements who are fleeing from justice in their home of origin. So as such, I deem it to be a welcome development, and I applaud the authorities and members of the European Union for their action to make sure that their society, their country are safe for their citizens in general, and also to enhance their national security. This is actually a welcome development. Kudos to them. We would love to know what are your take in the comment section. See you in our next video.